Hey, what's going on everybody? If you're watching this video, you are in the iComeUp branding package. I'm sitting here with video genius, video expert, video guru, aka Robert Syslo Jr.
I've been lifting.
We're in the house with him. We're going to do a short interview, just kind of talk about where he came from, where he's at now, and how he's gotten there. So Robert, if you want to introduce yourself to everyone real quick, let them know who you are, where you come from, what you're doing.
Yeah, so my name is Robert Syslo. I'm the director of production for Grant Cardone TV and Cardone Media.
Grant Cardone.
And basically what I do is I do advertising, branding, promotion, and distribution for businesses and individuals that don't really have an online social presence but want to leverage an existing social media presence, and then I actually coach them on how to build it. We create content, get you traffic, we get you followings, and you learn the in and outs of branding and everything associated with that. Dude, it's so important.
It's pretty much your
nothing succeeds. It's my whole business.
So
I built a multi-million-dollar business inside of another business based on promotion and branding.
So what if a business isn't promoting and branding?
Well, I mean,
what do you think?
My big thing about it is that if you're not investing in advertising, if you're not investing in promotion, you don't believe in your product, you don't believe in your service, and you don't find yourself valuable enough to promote it. And it's actually one of the closes that I use. It's just that the reason why you're not promoting is because
you should write that one down.
You should, is because you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in your product. You don't value yourself, which is a huge invalidation. Huge. You should be out on every street corner. You should be on every platform. You should be throwing rocks off your balcony. You should be doing stupid Instagram stories and as much content as you possibly can, because that's the only way you're going to make money.
You know, what I like about you is you keep it so real, but before we go into how to do all that, it's cool you have this position now. You work for Grant Cardone. If you're watching this, you probably know who he is because I talk about him all the time. One of, if not the best sales trainer, in my opinion, in the world. He's the best sales trainer. So you have an awesome position and a great company, but who were you 5 years ago? How did you actually get into that industry, and how have you transformed into this person?
Well, I mean, 5 years ago I was broke and living in a hostel in South Beach. I was actually stranded in a third world country, unable to get back here. And I was just fighting, man. I was living in South Beach. I have a really long story. We're not going to go all the way into it, but I was working at Banana Republic and I hated it. I hated it. I knew that I had so much more potential that I wasn't touching, revolving around production and film and promotion. And I saw that Grant had put a Craigslist ad out that said looking for a video genius to edit their content. I'm like, that's me. Sent a video, had the job in 3 days. While I was there, I learned to sell by basically helping Grant create all of his content, and in that I discovered branding, I discovered promotion, and ways to take what I do every day and help other people with it. So now I sell, which I couldn't do before because I learned on Cardone University, I learned on that training platform, but more importantly, I learned the importance of promotion. And Grant is probably the master of promotion. He's ranked as like the number 2 Forbes influencer on social media right now. The guy is just rocking it. And so I was really no one and turned into someone that all of a sudden had a celebrity status, which I didn't even know existed until I started promoting on social media.
Good about.
I do. Yeah, I love it.
Now, real quick, if you're not on any of Cardone's products and you want to sell, you want to build a business, get his products. Now, you mentioned you found him on Craigslist. Within 3 days you're hired. You found him, so you were searching for an opportunity.
Yeah,
which is huge because you're not just sitting here like feeling bad for yourself, like, oh, no one wants to hire me.
For me, I don't like waiting, and I don't like not causing something. I hate sitting still.
It makes you depressed.
It makes me depressed, and I get pissed, and I just get mad because I'm like no one's gonna come and help me. Now, once I realized that, which was really hard to understand because mom and dad kind of coddle you a little bit, and then you go out into the real world, you're like nobody cares. Nobody cares. You hit the wall.
Yeah.
It's just so yeah. I was searching. I was always looking for an opportunity.
Which
still do.
Is huge. Always looking for opportunities. Even now, still looking for that next opportunity. And it's not just day one he came in and boom, got the big deal. He's worked at this for 4 years?
4 years. It took me 4 years to go from making. They hired me. I think I was doing probably about $38,000 a year. I increased that to 60. then I increased that to 90, then I increased it to 120, increased it to 150, and this year's quite explosive. I'm on track to probably do about 400 because I figured out the sales game. So, but that's just because I was interested in what I was doing. I learned how to promote and I learned how to sell and combined all that together.
Hey, we got a couple of young ballers right here.
Mm-hmm.
400, I'm not going to make any income claims, but yeah.
He's
so
going to do very well.
This is good advice. I think, I'm just trying to think of one or two topics to wrap it up with. A lot of the people watching this, they are young entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I'd say anywhere from 18 to 25 years old. A lot of them might not have any sales experience, any business experience. This might be the first time. They might not even have an idea yet. They might just be getting this package because they want to start something. They don't know what it is. So if you were going to start something from yourself, if you were going to go back in time and start something for yourself or learn from someone or whatever it is, what is the advice you would give to someone just starting out that has no idea right now?
I think one of the things I would have done immediately was learn everything I could about sales and money. That's the first thing.
Which no one wants to talk about.
No. I didn't know about that in college. My family never talked about that. And that would have at least given me some data on how to go out and get money. Because even, like, you have to sell to do what you do. I have to sell to do what I have to do. So that's, like, the fundamental thing. The next thing is I would have really looked at, there's two ways you could go. You could really go out on your own, or you can go and attach yourself to a vehicle where someone's already created something big and you just start to build within that momentum. That's what I've done. And for me, it's quite substantial because I've learned so much. I've had so many amazing connections and opportunities that I may not have had outside of my own. So I connected myself to power. I connected myself to a vehicle that was moving. Reached up, and not only that, I helped the guy that built that get wealthier, and in turn I made more money. So, and then I was able to create something within where I was, which is very cool. So the idea that working for somebody else you can't get wealthy, it's just not really that true anymore, because you can actually do what's the intrapreneur, which is not really, it's the opposite of an entrepreneur. You're inside of a company, but you're an entrepreneur and you're still doing something in there, which is what I've done.
You're still coming out with ideas, implementing. You're creating literally.
I create all the time. Like I'm not the guy that goes to work from 9 to 6. Like I legally have to clock out for an hour. But I just press the clock out, I eat, and I'm freaking on the phone while I eat, doing deals, talking to people, still doing my normal job.
How did you get to that energy level, though? How did you get that production? Because
I saw the money that other people were making, and I saw what they were doing. Like Grant, when he goes and eats, he's eating and doing, and I don't stop for that. Like people get caught up in this, I have to take my lunch, and they disconnect. That's like the worst thing.
Something as small as going and getting lunch.
Yeah, I mean, that disconnection interrupts your possible momentum. Like if like today was the last day of the month for us, and I ate for 5 minutes, literally, that's how long it took me to swallow my food and then get back and start closing deals. We did 40 grand today, which is not bad, but it's not bad. But the point of the matter is that if I had stopped and disconnected, I would not have been in the groove to actually do something. So whether you own your own business or whether you're working with somebody else, you need to find a job that provides you with an opportunity. 1, to promote, 2, to create, and 3, give you your own sense of freedom.
Yep. Since day one for me too, believing in a team, working with a team, I buy into people all day long. As the owner of iComeUp, I pay people all day long. I've been told, hey, let's get this software, let's get that. I'm going to stick with people all day long. Working with a team that plays fair.
Yeah.
You work with a great company.
Yeah.
You could work with a company that pays you 50 grand and that's it.
I wouldn't work for that company.
Exactly. So find a company that...
Knowing what I know now, I would not work for that company. No. Like I wouldn't go to school to go work for a place that pays me 50 grand. Like I made 50 grand in a month and a half.
Yeah.
Like it's like, well, that's wonderful. That's great. Like I told my mom, I said, Mom, I called her up, I said, Mom, I made 40 grand this month. She's like, oh my God, I don't even make that in a year. And it's crazy how that can work. And I
think as you level up though, I've gotten more humble as I've leveled up.
Yeah, I'm not so showy about it, but I do like my nice stuff.
Of course.
I like my nice stuff.
Yeah. But you're not the guy on Instagram that's like, check out this
guy.
All right.
No,
last tip, I guess, just off the top of your head. What's your biggest advice in general in life? Maybe not even related to business. How can we close this out? with a bang. What do you want to let people know here? You want to promote yourself? You want to sell something to them? You want to give them a nugget?
I mean, I think
What's your biggest like breakthrough or something like that?
Yeah, the biggest breakthrough in me is that I was spend more money on your own personal development than you do on anything else. When you're just starting out, it is absolutely critical that you invest into this thing.
How much have I invested into you and Grant in the last week or two? Like 10,000?
Probably like 10 grand.
10,000.
10 grand. On my own personal development in the last 2 years, I've probably spent about $65,000 that I didn't even know I had. I was like, damn, I didn't know I made that much.
Yeah.
But the point of the matter is that investment makes me faster, smarter, and more able to handle stuff.
And it gets you around players.
Yeah, it gets you around players, and you're able to handle things better.
My biggest question, last one, but it made me think about it. I've always contemplated paying to get around players. I've always questioned, do I really have to pay to be with the cool kids? And that's how I looked at it. But what he's talking about, I sat back. The last month or two, I had a breakthrough. I had all this money in the bank. I have this and that, and I was just looking at a pile of money, but it wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like Grant says, like, you make money to use it, dude, not to just sit on it.
Yeah.
And as soon as that hit me, it made sense that the people that you're gonna want to do business with are gonna be spending money.
Yeah, no,
they're gonna be at the best level stuff.
And you deserve nice things. Like, you deserve to have nice things, you know, and you need to invest in that, because when you do that, you look at it, you're like, oh, I paid for that. Oh, I just dropped $7,500 to move into a new apartment. Oh, I just spent another $8,000 just to invest in my own personal development. And you're like, oh, I can do that. Therefore, you don't have this like thing about money anymore. It's more of a tool, which is all it is, to get what you want. Like, you had this money, and you're like, I'm gonna go spend time with Grant, and I'm gonna spend time with big hitters.
Myself and my general manager to an event for 3 days to get better, get around players.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not the person that's going to go to this event and take all the info in and go home and think about it. You got to be the person that takes the info, and while you're there, you connect.
You want the practical skills, and then you want to connect with everybody that's around you. Absolutely.
So, all right, thank you for the time.
You're welcome.
Hope you guys enjoy this. Robert Syslo, follow him on Instagram, Robert Syslo Jr., follow him on YouTube. You can do your whole little pitch right here.
You can just follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Email me, robert@grantcardone.com. Whatever you want to do, I'm there, I'm game.
Cool. Thanks.
Thanks.